Hey everybody, welcome to 70.1 SSF Radio. I am your host Chase Coburn alongside Joshua and Miles, and today we have an NFL Pass show for you. Two incredible NFL topics. First of all, was it worth it for the Baltimore Ravens to sign Lamar Jackson? And then the last segment of the show, did the Philadelphia Eagles get better this offseason? Before we do get into this, please, if you do want to call in, you should call into 203-123-4567. Again, that's 203-123-4567. All right, Joshua, let's go to you. Let's start off. Lamar Jackson signed the biggest contract in NFL history, 5 years, $260 million. Josh, again, we're going to you. Was this a good deal for the Baltimore Ravens to sign Lamar to a long deal, the biggest deal in NFL history?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say no, it was not. The Ravens, as you mentioned, biggest contract in NFL history. I just don't think it's worth it for a guy like this. I believe he needs more of a receiving core. That Odell Beckham Jr. and Rashad Bateman are serviceable. And obviously you got Mark Andrews at tight end. He's great. But other than that, you saw what Tom Brady used to do on the Patriots. He would take pay cuts so that there would be better guys around him. And it just says Lamar not willing to take pay cuts for the guys around him to get better. That is what I would consider a selfish football player. Now, of course, he is one of the best players in the NFL. He wants money. I understand that. He should get his money. But he does not need this much money. So I do think you re-sign Lamar. I just don't think you pay him this much. And I think Lamar has got to, be more of a team player. Miles?
All right, actually, real quick, before we do go to Miles, we got a caller here, Luke from Montclair, New Jersey. Take it away.
Yeah, even though, hey guys, thanks for being on the show. Before I get into my rant, being from New Jersey, I am a Ravens fan. Lamar Jackson, I despise. He is not worth the money. The franchise is going to go downhill with it. He's seemed to do nothing. He won MVP, but he can never stay healthy. Now he has the weapons, and if he fails, all that money is down the drain. How am I reacting appropriately, overreacting? Someone reassure me here.
Well, okay, let me touch on this because I am a Ravens fan, and this is not biased for this topic, but I personally think the Ravens, it was a good move for them to sign Lamar Jackson. First of all, they couldn't sign him for less money. It's simply the market value. With a guy like Lamar Jackson, who's up there with the top-tier quarterbacks in the NFL, it's simply, what did the last guy get? I need to get more. That's how money works in life. That's how contracts work. There could be a salesman who has better sales, but if there's one guy that's in the same tier when inflation rises, then obviously they're going to make more money. So the money's not the issue, and the fact that they got him guaranteed. I think the injury-prone thing, I don't think it's right to say he can never stay healthy, since he's only got injured for like 4 or 5 games to end the season. Plus, I think from what we've heard from how he was and his health, it looked like that he would have been able to play if he didn't want to risk further injury, if he had the guaranteed contract. Now he has that. Look, and also every player is going to be selfish. When it comes to money, they all want the money. You can't stop Lamar for that. Hurts got his money, Mahomes got his money, Allen got his money.
And I think all three of those guys are better than Lamar.
That's not the point. The point is, though, that's the market value at this point. Lamar Jackson deserves to be getting a certain amount of money. He shouldn't be taking a pay cut for the value at the time when others didn't.
But he shouldn't be getting more than those guys.
Yes, because of inflation and the next man up. That's how the system works. But let me say this. I think this Ravens team is good enough to win a Super Bowl. The receiving core is good enough. Let me say that. Mark Andrews is a stellar tight end. The only time he's not good is when Lamar Jackson is injured. Zay Flowers is a really capable wide receiver, and Rashad Bateman and Odell Beckham Jr. are great. I think it was a great move for the Ravens. But Miles, you are yet to talk here. What are your thoughts on the topic? Was this a good move for the Ravens to sign Lamar Jackson? Again, if you do want to call in, 203-123-4567. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chase. I would say I do not think this was a good choice. For one thing, you were talking about how they needed that. Now that Lamar Jackson has that new guaranteed contract, he's going to be playing more, but that's the exact opposite. No matter what he does, he gets his money. So why would he put more of his body on the line if he's already going to get the same amount of money as if he played his hardest every game? Also, Lamar Jackson is getting old. He's getting old.
Getting old, he's 26.
He's getting older, and by the time his contract ends, he'll be 31, and you can clearly tell they seriously need more better star receivers. Like you said, Rashard Bateman and Odell Beckham are good, but they're not star receivers. You need a star number one receiver to win a Super Bowl. And the Ravens just don't have that. And since they paid Lamar Jackson so much money, that they don't have enough money to pay everyone else. Also, you said about the inflation and how next man up. You say that, except would you say that Baker Mayfield deserves the same amount of money as Patrick Mahomes?
No, but the point is he's not in the same caliber as them. When you look at a guy like Lamar Jackson, MVP, award-winning quarterback, he's in that tier, so he deserves that money.
He is, but he is not as good as Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Jalen Hurts.
But that's not the point.
Yes.
All right,
He's in the same he's in the same tier. That's the part that does not matter. First of all, there have been many teams that have not won a Super Bowl without an amazing wide receiver. Think your Philadelphia Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey was not a number one wide receiver and much better than Odell Beckham Jr. or Mark Andrews is going to be this year. So don't act like it's impossible when you won a Super Bowl like that. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to our Eagles segment right now before we do go to break, but we will be right back. You can please call in 203-123-4567. We'll see you guys again next time.
Well, why did we